The date is August 24th. In the year 79 AD, the sun rises over the Bay of Naples, casting a golden light over the jewel of the Roman Empire. The city of Pompeii is waking up. It is a city of wealth, pleasure, and excess. The streets are paved with stone. The villas are decorated with elaborate frescoes, and the fountains flow with fresh water brought by aqueducts from the mountains to the people living here. This is paradise. They have no idea that they are living in the shadow of a monster. Mount Vesuvius stands tall and green behind the city. For centuries, the people have looked at this mountain with love. Its fertile slopes provide the soil for their vineyards and their olive groves. They worship it as a giver of life. They have forgotten, or perhaps they never knew, it is also a bringer of death. The mountain has been sleeping for 800 years. But today, the giant is waking up. The morning begins like any other. The bakers are pulling fresh bread from their ovens. The merchants are opening their stalls in the forum. The politicians are arguing in the Senate House. But there are signs that something is wrong. For the past few days, the ground has been shaking. Small tremors, just enough to rattle the wine cups on the tables. The wells have dried up mysteriously. The animals are behaving strangely. Dogs are barking at the ground, and birds are fleeing the city in massive flocks. The people of Pompeii ignore these warnings. They are Romans. They do not fear the earth. They believe their gods protect them. At 1 p.m., the silence is shattered. It begins with a deafening crack, a sound so loud it splits the eardrums of people miles away. The top of Mount Vesuvius violently explodes. A massive column of ash, pumice, and rock is blasted 12 miles into the sky. It looks like a gigantic pine tree made of smoke, spreading out at the top to blot out the sun. In an instant, the bright summer day turns into a terrifying twilight. In the city below, there is confusion, but not panic yet. People look up in awe. They have never seen a volcano erupt. They don't even have a word for volcano in Latin. They think it is a freak weather storm or a sign from Jupiter. Ash begins to fall like gray snow. It is light at first, dusting the white togas of the citizens. But soon, it becomes heavier. Small stones, called pumice, begin to rain down. They rattle against the roof tiles like hail. The confusion turns to fear. The ground begins to rock violently. The tremors are no longer small. They are earthquakes. Buildings begin to crack. Statues topple over in the marketplace. The wealthy rush into their homes, thinking they will be safe inside their thick walls. They grab their jewelry, their gold coins, and their silver plates. The poor run to the city gates, trying to escape, but the streets are becoming clogged. The ash is falling so fast now that it is ankle deep, then knee. It is hot, and it smells of sulfur, the smell of rotten eggs, the smell of hell. By 3 p.m., the sun is completely gone. Pompeii is plunged into absolute darkness, lit only by the terrifying red flashes of lightning zigzagging through the ash cloud above. The mountain is roaring like a beast. The sound is constant, a deep, vibrating rumble that shakes the bones. Inside the houses, families are huddled together. Fathers hold cushions over their children's heads to protect them from the falling rocks. Roofs begin to collapse under the weight of the debris. Those who stayed inside are now trapped. They scream for help, but their voices are drowned out by the thunder of the mountain. As night falls, the horror intensifies. The eruption changes. The column of ash that was shooting up into the sky loses its momentum and collapses. This creates a pyroclastic surge, a superheated avalanche of gas, ash, and rock moving at 100 miles per hour. It flows down the side of the mountain like a river of fire. The first surge hits the nearby town of Herculaneum. The people there die instantly. The heat is so intense, 500 degrees Celsius, that their bodies are vaporized. Pompeii is spared this first wave, but its time is coming. In Pompeii, the air is becoming unbreathable. The ash is fine like powder, and it mixes with the moisture in the lungs to form a kind of cement. People are choking. They tie tunics around their mouths, gasping for air. The rich man is choking just as much as the slave. In the face of nature's wrath, all status is erased. Dawn breaks on August 25th, but there is no light. The cloud is too thick. At 6:30 a.m., the final death blow arrives. A massive pyroclastic surge rolls towards Pompeii. It spills over the city walls. It smashes through the doors. It fills the streets. This cloud is not just hot. It is toxic. It kills everyone in its path within seconds. It freezes them in time. A dog chained to a post writhes in pain and then goes still. A mother clutching her baby to her chest is encased in ash. A couple holding hands in their final moments are buried together. 2,000 people are silenced in a heartbeat. The noise of the city stops. The screaming stops. The praying stops. There is only the sound of the wind and the falling ash. The city of Pompeii is buried under 20 feet of volcanic debris. It simply disappears from the map. Years pass, then decades, then centuries. Grass grows over the ash. New people move into the area. They plant crops on top of the buried city, unaware that an entire civilization lies beneath their feet. The name Pompeii is forgotten. It becomes a myth, a legend of a lost city. For 1,700 years, the dead of Pompeii slept in their gray tombs. Then, in 1748, a farmer digging a well struck something hard. It was not a rock. It was a marble statue. Archaeologists came. They began to dig. What they found shocked the world. They didn't just find ruins. They found a time capsule. They found loaves of bread still in the ovens, carbonized but recognizable. They found jars of preserved fruit. They found paintings on the walls that looked as fresh as the day they were painted. And most haunting of all, they found the people. The bodice had decomposed long ago, leaving hollow spaces in the hardened ash. The archaeologists poured plaster into these hollows. When the ash was chipped away, the plaster revealed the exact shapes of the victims in their final moments. We can see the terror on their faces. We can see the folds in their clothes. We can see the love in their embraces. Today, Pompeii stands as a silent witness to the fragility of human life. We walk its streets, and our footsteps echo on the same stones they walked on. We look at Vesuvius, which still looms silently over the ruins, a sleeping giant that could wake up again. The story of Pompeii is not just about death. It is about the arrogance of thinking we are in control. The Romans thought they were the masters of the world. They conquered armies, they tamed oceans, they built empires, but in the face of the planet's power, they were nothing. It reminds us that our cities, our technology, and our plans are temporary. We live on this earth by permission of nature, and that permission can be revoked at any moment. As you lay in your bed tonight, safe and warm, remember the people of Pompeii. They went to sleep on August 23rd, thinking they had 1,000 tomorrows. They woke up on August 24th to find they didn't even have one. Live your life today. Hug the people you love. Forgive the people who hurt you. Because history tells us that the sky can fall when we least expect it. This is the lesson of the ashes. This is the echo of the epoch. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!